Ma'am, no words absolutely for the meditation. So soothing, so relaxing. The mind was so restless, but following the meditation for such a short time, it really gave me an immense energy. So, with this, we officially come to an end of the 5 a.m. club, and it's time to start the Ignite Mind. Now, what is Ignite Mind? Ignite Mind is a motivational segment. We call different speakers from all over the world to motivate us, to ignite us. And today, we have a wonderful person, Mr. Guna. He's from the Ultimate Mastermind from India. He works in the government firm for past 27 years. He is interested in psychology, hypnosis, NLP, teaching memory, and mind related therapies. Above all, what fascinates him is the art of astonishment, which is commonly called magic. The art of magic fascinates all the age group, and also it transcends language and culture barrier. So I would like to invite Guna sir. The stage is yours for the next 20 minutes. Over to you.
First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Faisal Ikram for creating this wonderful platform. If it is not there, I cannot speak in front of you. And this wonderful morning lecture and morning meditation, everything so beautiful. And hosting by Major Narayan was awesome. And I've seen him for many times. And Geet ma'am, as usual, the soothing voice takes to another new world. I am Guna, and today I'll be talking for about 20 minutes on art of astonishment. What is art of astonishment and what is magic? Since childhood days, we are always fascinated with something. So even a small childhood days are the real magical world. In fact, if you ask me, childhood days are the real magical days. They see a small seed is sown and it grows into a plant. It's a magic for them. They put rice in the boiling water, it becomes a cooked rice. It's a magic for them. For each and everything, what they see, because they don't know the answer. That is the magic for them. For us, magic means because our mind always forms patterns. For example, if this happens, this should happen. That's a pattern. If something follows above that, we call as astonishment. And this astonishment not only creates astonishment, but it increases the dopamine level. It creates joy, fun, enjoyment, whatever you call it. That is why we always see some cultural activities because that motivates to give some dopamine because our mind, body likes dopamine. For me, how I started magic. As a normal child, I also fascinated by a lot of things. The first trick I have seen during my third standard, second standard, I can still remember that effect. The magician will be showing two slates, and he will be closing the two slates, and slowly one by one, the uh, letters appear. In a slate, letters to appear, one needs to write. But here, what happens, without chalk or nothing, the letters appear. For me, that was the biggest astonishment. I will show you. I have two slates. To make it small, I have two slates. Nothing is written on both sides. What happens when I touch this first slate and tap like this, and this is an invisible chalk. It's visible, but it is going to write. What happens when I touch like this? Out, and here comes brain city and ultimate mastermind. And the other side is nothing. But this also what happens when I rub it, it becomes 5 a.m. and mastermind. This is the first. This is not the same effect. During my childhood days, I have seen this effect, and somehow I recreated the same effect. Few minutes before, it was a blank slide, nothing written, and now it comes with beautiful message. So to start the effect, yes, yes. My first effect is whatever you aim for it, it becomes the reality. We'll go a little bit further. No. Whatever, one minute. Yes. See here, I have a piece of paper. When you have a piece of paper, here I have a piece of paper. This piece of paper becomes the reality, whatever you want. I fold this, nothing in my hand. I fold this, and this also nothing in my hand. And what I do, just you can see very closely, it becomes 1, 2, 3, and it becomes the colors. In the same way, whatever you think, if you put it into action, it becomes the reality. One more effect I would like to show you is during those days we were using papers and everything. Now we have come in the form of CD and DVDs also. So what are the messages contained in this DVD? If you want to go back to the same situation, yes, you can have papers. You need to have lots and lots of papers. Thank you. The next one is I would like to show you a rope trick. Normally, any rope will have two ends. Any rope will have two ends. We can call it as A or B, end A, end B. But sometimes, not all the time, sometimes we will have three ends and only one middle. Not all the time, but sometimes you will have the four ends. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and only one middle. That is not possible, in my opinion. So, what I do, I will make it into two rows. Two ends, two rows. But what you are seeing is an illusion. It's not that. I can go back to the same position. It becomes solid rows. And in India we can call it as a land of magic. Since ancient times, in the courtyards of great emperors, even the Mughal emperors Akbar, they had magicians. There are about only 7 effects in the world. It's only 7 effects, 7 magical effects, but it is combined with the different art forms, and it is, for example, the first one is appearance. The second one is disappears. And third one is you take the ball here and you keep it here and it appears here. It is not there. And the fourth one is we have a ball here, and it transforms into bigger one. Small ball becomes a bigger one, transformation. And the fifth one is escape, multiplication, and mentalism, and last one is levitation. I would like to show you a small effect with these balls. This is called purse string. You might have seen the olden days purse string. Purse string. If you open this, you can open this. This is an invisible purse string. It contains nothing. It is invisible, as you can see clearly. If you open this, there appears a magical ball. This ball is here, and when you take this ball out, it multiplies. When you take this ball out, again it multiplies. When you take this ball out, again it multiplies. When you take this ball, again it multiplies. When you take this ball, again it multiplies. But it has got some special properties too. See, this is the ball. It makes noise. Makes noise. So that is the effect I want to show you. And the next one is I'll be using cards. Cards has got special properties, whether you know it or not. Each deck will have always 52 cards, which means 52 weeks of the year. And there will be 4 colors, 4 patterns, 2 colors and 4 patterns. 1 minute, let's go. Okay, fine. A card will have 52, a pack of cards will have 52 cards, which means 52 weeks of the year. It will have 2 colors, which means day and night. It will have 4 patterns, which means 4 seasons of the year. And each card will have 13 cards. Each suit will have 13 cards. That means 13 lunar phases. And if you count each spot, total spots will be 365, which exactly denotes our calendar. For example, I would like to show you here with cards, there are millions and millions of tricks are possible. What happens? The cards appear here, and the other cards will appear here, and the cards appear here also. Here also the cards appear. Here cards appear. This is called, in magical world, it's called manipulation. Appearing, disappearing. And one more trick I would like to show you. This is called vanishing card. Okay. Next one, I would like to show you a rope trick. Coin trick, I would like to show you one corner trick. You can do magic with any object. There is no need to buy special objects. I would like to show you a card trick with 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. So you need to be very careful, because in the blink of 5 something happens. 1 coin disappeared from my right hand to the left. And if you take this coin again, see here we have 2 coins, and this also vanishes. And the last coin, this coin will disappear from this place, and it appear here. And totally this coin, again the last coin in my hand, this also appears here. You can do plenty of wonders with just coin magic. Just coin is placed in my right hand, it will vanish like this and will reappear. So anything, it can appear and disappear at your will. And the next effect I would like to show is using currencies. Normally, when someone counts and gives, we accept that it is perfect, but it is not so. You need to ascertain physically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 currencies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 currencies. So if I drop 1, 2, and 3, balance you can easily say any third standard student will say 1 days 3. But what in magic it's not so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minus 3, 6. You cannot be. Again, I will show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I physically drop 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You need to ascertain. When someone counts and gives hereafter, you should be very careful. So the one magician taught me this trick. I see I have a trick called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he dropped again 1, 2, 3. Again he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isn't it amazing? So I went to home. I got 6 currencies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I dropped 3 currencies. 1, 2, 3. Again, it became 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can also practice because when you count like this, you will have plenty of currencies like this. Thank you. And coming to the next part is children's world is a dream world. Here, this is mainly meant for children. Normally, they will have a lot of performance accumulated and they want to materialize just before the day of the opening or day of the exam. Here's a simple trick for them. It is a stamp album, but it is empty. There is nothing in that, you can see. Okay, but tomorrow I need to submit a stamp album. So in this is magic one. It is nothing to do with magic, it's a purely stick. So one more thing I want to tell you, because everybody assumes that magician has the magical power. No. No one assumes no one is having supernatural powers or magical powers. If I can do, you can also do. If you know the secret, if you know the method of presentation and practice. So tomorrow he needs to have the stamp album. This is the stamp album, empty stamp album. And here the total is empty. Tomorrow he needs to present this stamp album. So what he does, the magician comes and waves his hand and it becomes the stamp album. But without stamps. Again, says you said stamp album, I have made a stamp album. No, I want stamp album with stamps. Magician takes his magic man, waves his hand, that's it. Again, it becomes stamp album with full of stamps. Few minutes before, just now you have seen a stamp album, blank stamp album. And now it is with full of stamps. Thank you. And the last one is, not last one, two more tricks are there with me. Because whenever you have something, a technique called like this, you will have friends wherever you go. So while you are traveling in a train or some places, going to some places, you will be always surrounded with some good friends because you have something to show them. So my next effect is a rope. What is it possible with simple these two ropes? We will have a lot of these ropes at home. And what is it possible? What you are seeing is an illusion. It's not real. I am creating the illusion. The magic is happening in your mind. It's not with me. The magic is I'm just showing some things and telling something, and it is happening in your mind. Here I have two ropes. You can clearly see this is this short rope and this is the long. This is the short rope. This is only this much, and only this is only this much. Can you believe that if I say the both ropes are equal? Can you believe if I say both ropes are equal? No, you cannot believe. See, actually, what you are seeing is only an illusion. And see, actually, both ropes are equal. Do you know how many ropes I am using? You think that I have only two ropes. But one is previously I have shown you one short rope, one long rope. Now all the ropes become equal. To avoid further confusion, I will tie in now because this mischievous rope, because all the time it changes its shapes and position. I will tie a knot. You can see knot. The knot is in the center of the rope. You can see the knot is in the center of the rope. But when I catch this knot and twist like this, and it goes to the other end. How can a knot can travel like this? And if you open this knot, here is a short piece of rope and here is a long piece of rope. Just now you've seen one long piece and one short piece, then two equal pieces, and now very long rope and one short rope. And to make, I will add this rope to this, and it becomes again 1 plus 1 equal ropes. And this time I would like to reveal the secret exactly, because actually I am using 3 ropes. This is one of the beautiful tricks because it can be performed in live, in front of live audience, surrounded. Actually, I am using 3 ropes. The rope number 1 is here, the rope number 2 is here, and the rope number 3 is here. I say these 3 ropes are equal. 3 ropes, equal ropes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But you won't believe that they are different. The short rope is here, the medium size rope is here, and the long size rope is here. This is called classical cups and classical professor's nightmare. And I have 2 more tricks to show you. One is Chinese linking rings. These Chinese linking rings dates back to more than 2000 years. And this is still one of the mysterious trick. And those who can perform, last 2 effects are very beautiful effects. This is one of my favorite too, because it gives a lot of inspiration and lot of happiness to me. See, the trick is very, very simple. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. The 4 rings, I will take only 2. And this comes in different forms, different shapes, and different numbers. This is standard 4 ring routine. So this is a solid ring. This completely made of steel. It is totally solid. But you are going to see an illusion that it is not solid, and it will melt through the one another, just like this. It may look that it has appeared melted, and it is not so. You see, from this side, if you see like this, it's like this. And when you see, like if you see in the front, it will like this. But actually it is inside the ring. One side, the other ring also inside. But it can come out at any time, any place, and just like this. But not okay. Not only that, I have two rings, two more rings, and just I can make it. It is linked, and two more rings. This also gets linked, and these links also gets linked. Four rings gets linked, and the last thing is this also gets linked. It can penetrate to the any point to the fly, and this will come out easily. One, two, three, four rings. And coming to the last effect, this is my last effect, and this is also one of the oldest trick in the history of magic. It is first dated back to 1400, and it is mentioned even in Egypt also, pyramids also. This is called cups and balls. The trick is so important in the magician's field because it encompasses all the seven aspects of magic. The one day one trick, which combines all the seven elements this of magic, is cups and balls. And the perfection in this trick, if a person, if a magician does very perfect, means he is considered as a great magician. The trick is very simple. The trick is we will have standard three cups. Even you can use normal tumblers in our pot home, but this is especially meant for this. Cup number one, cup number two, cup number three. And I will place one ball here, and I will turn like this. Confused. Where is the ball? Right one, left one. You may say any one cup. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, any cup you may say. But actually, it is not so. The ball is in all the cups. The ball is in all the cups. I will take the first ball into the first cup, second ball into the second cup, third ball into the third cup. I take the ball in the center cup, invisibly, and I will drop to my left or right, any place I can drop. Just drop it. The center cup ball vanishes. It appears here. You can see two balls. But again, what I will do, I will push the first ball into the first cup, second ball into the second cup. Again, I make it small and invisible. It drops here. It comes here. So I have this cup is empty and two balls here. One ball is here. So I will do the one ball. I keep the one ball here and just toss it, and all the three balls appear here. Now I will make it more simple and easy. The ball number one, I just place it in my hand, tap, it vanishes. The ball number two, also keep it in my hand, it also vanishes. The ball number three, you can see the right is in my hand, you can see directly, there's nothing hidden, just right in front of your eyes. It vanishes. And you may ask, where is the ball? The ball is again back to the cup. Now we will eliminate one of the cups. Eliminate one of the cups and keep the one of the ball to my pocket. I have two cups and two balls. And I have one ball here, the other ball is here. I just take this ball and just drop it here. I will, okay, drop it here. It also vanishes and it appears here. I will take this ball and keep it alone. And this we don't need. And now we have the only one ball here. And I will take this ball out, just squeeze it. This also vanishes. And it reappears here. Again, I will do this time. I will drop this ball to my left. Drop this ball to my left. What happens? The ball again comes here. And I have this only one ball. I can make this ball to reappear in any of the places. This ball I will put in my pocket and it will reappear in any of the balls, any of the cups. Cup number one, two, three, any cups. But here the miracle happens. Cup number one, cup number two, and cup number three. All the cups have one is potato, one is onion, and one is orange. That's the end of my trick. And if you have any questions, I can answer.
Thank you, Gunaji. Still in that magic world. And for each and every magic, the expression was just astonishment expression, eyes popping out, and just kept on saying, wow, wow, wow. So, indeed, the magic which you just showed has made me go into a magic world. So, let's start. Personally, first question I would like to ask you before I get into the participants' question: how did you get the interest in this field? It was from
During
childhood.
college days, everyone will be doing something. For example, some people will be very good in studies, some people will be very good in sports, some people will be very good in some other art. Even I tried singing also, but it should be acceptable by the other person. The people should accept it. But I tried many things. Even I tried eating competition also. There were 10 people before me, ahead of me. So nothing worked out. Then I thought I should do something. They went there where there is no competition. I have chosen this field for more than 30 years. I got a great master, and he has taught me a lot. And I used to attend any convention, magic convention that happens in India, and I used to buy any magic material released elsewhere in the world. So all the time when you have the passion towards a particular topic, all the time it will always keep you motivated to do something. But it gives immense happiness to me. That's the first one. Because whether I am performing or not, the magic is to be performed in front of others. I am a shy person, total introvert. Before learning magic or before learning 5am club, I never talked with strangers. I never talk like this. And this is to be performed in front of others. When I did my first show, I was totally wet. So now it is not so. I can do at least few tricks very beautifully. These are all my classical tricks. I like these tricks very much. And then I started. It goes on, goes on, goes on. And at home, I don't have any other avocation except magic or reading books. That's it.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm open for Gunaji is open for questions. Would anyone like to ask him anything?
So whether we need any material to perform magic, we can do it with everyday objects. There is nothing. You should have attitude. That's it. You don't need any material to perform magic. Even the simplest chalk. I've seen once with PC Sarkar, and he was on a TV show, and he has shown a simple rubber and just squeezed it, it vanished, and it appears. It is as simple as that. Just taken a ball and squeezed it, and it is here. This is called forming in magic.
Really
This also you can see, but it vanishes.
yeah, really. Okay, Sakshi is saying I would like to have Guna sir's magic money.
No, if that is
Sakshi,
the case, I will not go for work.
okay, Ravi sir has raised his hand. Just a minute. I have sent you,
Yeah,
Ravi sir. Yeah.
wonderful, Gunaji. Outstanding and astonishing. See, these illusionists, how do they work? Because they, I have seen them in TV lifting cars for promo in stadium and ships. In ships, they employ them for entertainment. They would show mounds of ice cream on tables, and the people will go for it and try to take it. How it is possible? And is there any limitation for number of participants, audience? Can illusionists, put in trance so many people? Is it possible?
Thank you, Ravi sir, for the best compliments. And illusionist is totally different. Illusion is making in a bigger scale, but they have it is a standard equipments. Equipments are standard, just like a piano, and they use it for different purpose. And even if you buy the illusion, you can also do the same thing. But this skill is you need to practice. This is sleight of hand, everything you need to practice. But illusion is a standard thing. For example, it's like a fridge, it's like a TV, it's like a car. So standard sets are available, and there is nothing for the public. It looks amazing, but for magician's point of view, it's a very normal thing, and there is no limit for audience. There is 50 people, 100 people, any number of people, and they use some invisible mechanisms to operate this thing. There is no, as I told you earlier, there is nobody's having supernatural powers, and magic is happening in our mind, not there. They are creating situations or scenes to create that illusion. That's it. Hope I have answered your question, sir.
Yes, according to me, yes, wonderfully replied. Sakshi is asking, sir, can you please show one trick how it works, especially the ball one?
Yes.
And one more question from Santosh. Can you show any magic in super slow motion? So these two things you
Okay.
can combine if you wish to.
That I will show you.
Okay.
Um, Same ball magic, I can show you. This is the ball. I am keeping it here in my pocket, in my hand, and it vanishes, it reappears. That is the effect. The ball, I'm just placing in my hand, and see, it disappears and it reappears here. This is called, there are several types of vanishes. This is one of the finest vanish. I'm taking this ball and placing it. Everything is real. But what happens, I'm just putting it out and closing my hand and here. But everything happens in a fraction of a second. I'll do it very slowly. In real time, I place this ball and just squeeze a little place. And here also, this is called standard French palm. I place this and just squeeze it, yeah, disappears, and it reappears here. Here also, this is another type of vanish. So like this, we can do wonders. It's a lot of enjoyment to me when compared to others. I love doing this because something appears in front of your eyes and vanishes. Isn't it amazing?
And I
Thank
can
you,
see from
Santosh.
your expression that you really enjoy this thing because it's very different when you're doing this. There's a Vinod Kumar who has raised his hand. Let me see what he needs to say. I've sent you the prompt, Vinod.
Yeah, very good morning, sir. Guna, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning.
Sir, excellent session, sir. One thing which I want to tell you is that I know that it's required a lot of patience and hard work. So I appreciate
Sure.
your patience and hard work. Okay. I think
Thank you.
all are we have to take a lot of effort to to learn these techniques and have more patience, and speed is more important. I think, as you said, is right. Is nothing. What do you call? Anybody who practice spend hours, then it is possible with everybody. Okay. So one thing which I would
Yes.
like to tell you is that you told me that I am very happy. So that is the most important thing which I liked.
Yes.
And you are told that because of 5 a.m. only I will earlier you are shy and you are able to speak well. It's very nice. So thank you, sir.
One
Thank
thing
you
I
so
would
much.
like to one thing I would like to tell you before during the initial days of 5am Club, Faisal Ibrahim used to ask one by one, you talk, you talk, you talk. I thought that he will ask me and I will switch off my camera. And
Okay.
sometimes if it comes, he comes, I will switch off my Zoom also because he may ask me also. What if somebody laughs at me? What if
Okay.
somebody something like that? So for then slowly I started talking here and there because I'm totally a shy person. Even at office, I will not talk that much.
Great, sir. Great,
Then
great.
because of see in front of me, I feel there is no one. Now I feel there is no one here, so I can talk. Nobody can laugh at me. Whatever they laugh at me, I cannot hear. So it's just like it happened. Thank you. Thank you for asking the question.
Sir, it's a great art, sir. I consider it as a great art form. So my request to that you pass it on to the children and the new generation to learn these techniques and